Hi guys, I'm Arnell, and today we're going to look at the four conditionals plus mixed conditionals. Okay, I'm going to begin with a general overview of the conditionals, and I will get more specific as the lesson continues. In English, we have four conditionals: 0, 1, 2, and 3, plus mixed conditionals. Each conditional has an if clause, comma, and a main clause. The if clause gives us a condition. When I say condition, I mean situation. And the main clause gives us the result. The 0 and the first conditional express real, possible conditions and results. The second and third conditional express impossible, hypothetical, unreal conditions and results. Mixed conditionals are a combination of the second and third conditional. So, I know it looks like a lot of information, but by the end of this lesson, you'll feel a lot more confident and comfortable with conditionals. So, let's begin. Let's begin with 0. 0 conditional. Condition, result. If plus present simple, present simple. We use the 0 conditional to express real conditions and results that are always the same. Same in the past, same in the present, same in the future. For example, here I have 2 trees. If the wind blows, the trees move. If plus present simple, present simple. This is real because wind always moves trees, right? This will never change. So you can move the clauses around and there's no difference. Maybe there's a little difference, a mini difference. In writing, if your if clause comes first, add that comma. If your main clause comes first, you don't need a comma. So throughout this lesson, you'll see I'll kind of change things up. I'll start with the if clause, I'll start with the main clause, just so you know, both ways are absolutely fine. If I drink coffee after 3 p.m., I don't sleep at night. If plus present simple, present simple. This is always true for me. It's always the same. Same in the past, same in the present, same in the future. I don't sleep at night if I drink coffee after 3 p.m. Same thing. Now imagine you're giving someone a tour of a building. If you push this button, the lights come on. You can see this is always going to be the same. It's never going to change. This button will never do anything else. Imagine the 0 conditional as a person. This person would be Miss Obvious. She would tell you everything you already know. For example, hey Arnell. Yeah? I have something really interesting to tell you. Okay. If you leave ice cream in the sun, yeah, it melts. Yes, yes it does. People get hungry if they don't eat. So you can see the 0 conditional is very good at expressing things that are always true, things that never really change. When you get home, call me. If Phil calls, don't answer the phone. If you accidentally drop some trash, pick it up. Call me. Don't answer the phone. Pick it up. These are all imperatives, right? An imperative is a command. We can use the imperative in the 0 conditional. You can see the grammar is the same. If present simple, present simple. But here, I'm using when. When you get home, call me. So what's the difference between if and when? If you put a stone in water, it sinks. When you put a stone in water, it sinks. There is no difference in meaning because this is always true. But sometimes there is a difference. Let's get specific. When. I'm certain this will happen. I am expecting this. If. Maybe this will happen. When you get home, call me. In this situation, I'm expecting my friend to get home. Of course she's going home. We had dinner together, and now she's going home. We'll look at this again in the first conditional. First conditional. Condition, result. If plus present simple, will plus infinitive. What's the infinitive? You might know it as the base form. Infinitive base form is verb number 1. Eat, ate, eaten. Eat is my infinitive. Talk, talked, talked. Talk is also my infinitive. In the first conditional, you'll often see will plus infinitive, but other modal verbs are perfectly fine. Any modal verb that can give you that future feeling. Can, could, may, might. We can also use going to, because going to is a future form. We use the first conditional for a possible future condition and its possible future result. If we don't leave soon, we'll miss our train. If present simple, will infinitive. If I'm late for work again, I might lose my job. Present simple, might plus infinitive. When you tell Dan the news, he's gonna faint. Gonna, gonna, gonna. Of course, in spoken English, gonna is very informal, very lazy actually. When you're writing, you want to write going to. And faint is when you do this, when you're excited or scared or in love. So when you tell Dan the news, he's gonna faint. Of course, with all of these, you can also switch those clauses around, no problem. And you can see I'm using when. When I'm expecting this, I know you're going to tell Dan the news. So let's look at unless. Unless? What is unless? So unless is a very common alternative. It's a very common alternative for if not. If you don't get an invitation, you can't come to the party. If not, unless. Unless you get an invitation, you can't come to the party. Here I mean, no invitation, no party. If this program doesn't load, I won't be able to finish my work. If not, unless this program loads, I won't be able to finish my work. No load, no work. Zero conditional, done. First conditional, done. Let's compare them. If I have time, I work out. Workout means exercise. If I have time, I'll work out. So what's the difference? Zero conditional. This is true just generally in my life. If I have time, I work out. So I work out maybe 2 times a week. First conditional is more specific. It's about a specific future condition. What are you doing later today? Later today. If I have time, I'll work out. I'll. So remember earlier I said the second and third conditional express impossible, hypothetical, unreal conditions and results. Unreal, impossible, hypothetical. Sorry, I couldn't resist doing that. So just keep that feeling in mind as we look at the second and third conditional. Second conditional. Condition, result. If plus past simple. Would plus infinitive. Would is probably the most common modal verb you'll see, but you can also use other modal verbs. Might, could are also possible. We use the second conditional to speak about an imaginary, unreal, hypothetical, present or future condition, plus its imaginary, unreal result. I know it's strange, we're using the past simple here, but we really are speaking about the present or the future, so just keep that in mind. If I won the lottery, I would buy a mansion. A mansion is a big house, a big, beautiful, expensive house. If plus past simple, would plus infinitive. I would buy a mansion if I won the lottery. You can see this is a very unreal condition and an impossible result. If I were shorter, I would wear heels more. If plus past simple, would plus infinitive. Now, why am I using were? Were, I was, right? When it comes to the second conditional, we often use were with any subject. If I were, if he were, she were. Yes, was is also possible, but some people consider were to be more correct. You know, the second conditional is used a lot in songs. That's because in songs, people are dreaming, right? They're dreaming about life. They're dreaming about love. So I'm going to play you a short piece of one of my favorite songs from one of my favorite musicals. So listen out for that second conditional, okay?
If I were a rich man, all day long I biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard.
Okay, so here we have it. In the musical, a poor man is dreaming about being rich, so he's using the second conditional. If plus past simple, notice that were. Would plus infinitive, biddy biddy bum. Okay, obviously, biddy biddy bum is not a verb, but you can really see that grammar. There's just so much information. I can't remember everything. If I were you, I wouldn't worry. Conditionals take a long time to learn. Sometimes the best way to review and to learn grammar is not by learning them separately, but by comparing them. So let's do that. If I listen to music on my phone, I use headphones. If I listen to music on my phone, I'll use headphones. I'll. If I listen to music on my phone, I'd use headphones. So what's the difference? Zero conditional. I always listen to music on my phone. When I do this, when I listen to music on my phone, I use headphones every time. First conditional, more specific. Imagine you and a friend are studying. I'm gonna take a break. I might get a coffee or listen to some music. No music. I am studying. Yeah, if I listen to music, I'll use my headphones. Okay? You won't hear anything. You can see a specific situation. Second conditional. I never listen to music on my phone. I like the radio. But if I listened to music on my phone, I'd use headphones. The sound quality is better, I think. Third conditional. Condition, result. If plus past perfect. Remember, we formed the past perfect had plus past participle. What's the past participle? It's verb number 3. Eat, ate, eaten. Eaten is my past participle. Remember the infinitive? Talk, talked, talked. Talked is my past participle. would have plus past participle. Now, we always use have, even if our subject is he or she, we use have every time for every subject. Would is probably the most common, but you can also use could. We use the third conditional to speak about a past, unreal, impossible situation, condition, plus its impossible result. So third conditional is all about the past. If I had studied harder, I would have passed my exam. In reality, I didn't study hard. So, in reality, I didn't pass my exam. Would've, would've, would've. When speaking, we always contract. If I'd studied harder, I would have passed my exam. If you want to get lazier, you can just say, woulda. I would have passed my exam. I would have made more food if I had known Karen and Paul were coming. In reality, I didn't make more food because I didn't know they were coming. If I'd known Karen and Paul were coming, I would have made more food. If I hadn't tripped, I could have won the race. In reality, I did trip, so I didn't win. You can see all of these are impossible because you cannot change the past. Impossible past condition and their impossible result. Review again. 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's compare all 4 conditionals to really get that feeling. If we drive, we get there faster. If we drive, we'll get there faster. If we drove, we'd get there faster. We would. We'd. If we had driven, we would have gotten there faster. We would have gotten there faster. 0 conditional. My husband and I work in the same office. Sometimes we walk, sometimes we drive. If we drive, when we drive, we get there faster. Of course, driving is faster than walking. Remember Miss Obvious? Okay. First conditional. This isn't general like the 0 conditional. This is specific, right? So, tomorrow I want to visit my parents. Oh, we can take the 4 o'clock train. The 4 o'clock train, if we drive, we'll get there faster. Specific future. This is a possible future conditional and a possible result. If we drive, we'll get there faster. Second conditional. My husband and I, we don't have a car. It would be impossible to drive. We walk, we take the bus. But if we drove, we'd get there faster. We'd get to work faster. Third conditional. We got to my parents' house 30 minutes late. If we had driven, we would have gotten there faster. The train was 30 minutes late. Past hypothetical condition because we didn't drive, we took the train. So, the good news is when we look at mixed conditionals, we can forget about the 0 and first conditional. So, let's keep going. We're almost done. So we know the second conditional is about a hypothetical present, future, if past simple, would infinitive, or other modal. We know the third conditional is about a hypothetical past condition with a hypothetical past result. If plus past perfect, would have plus past participle. So what happens if I want to speak about a hypothetical past condition with a hypothetical present result? I need to mix them, right? If I had studied German in school, my German would be better. I didn't study German in school, so now my German isn't very good. And of course, you can switch the clauses around with the same meaning. My German would be better if I had studied German in school. Baby, I love you. I can't stop thinking about you. Well, if you hadn't broken up with me, we would still be together. Break up means to end a relationship. This couple did break up. This couple is not together now. If you had put your coat on, you wouldn't be sick. You wouldn't be sick if you had put your coat on. You didn't put your coat on, so now you are sick. So, we've looked at 3 examples of a hypothetical condition in the past with its present hypothetical result. You can see the mixed conditional here. But what about a present hypothetical condition and its hypothetical past result? If I were rich, I would have bought that coat. Unreal present, hypothetical present. In reality, I am not rich. I didn't buy the coat. Why didn't you come to my birthday party? If I lived closer to you, I would have come. In reality, I don't live close to you, which means I couldn't go to your party. I didn't go to your party. Okay, amazing guys, well done. There was a lot of information in this video. You know what? Leave me a comment below. Give me an example using any of the conditionals. Good, so I really hope this lesson was helpful. Subscribe to my channel, turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. And I'll see you soon. Thank you, bye!